Chapter 1. The Principles of Yoga Diet. There are certain principles that one must abide by when applying a yoga diet. If all these standards are maintained, you can expect to get rid of all the physical and emotional issues you've been suffering from for years. Read on to know about the principles. A yoga diet must be sattvic. Ayurvedic and yoga philosophy talks about three main gunas or qualities, Raja, Tama, and Sattva. According to yoga experts, everything on this planet, including food items, has these three qualities, but in different proportions. One quality always remains dominant. Depending on their dominant quality, food items can be categorized into three types: Rajasic foods, Tamasic foods, and Sattvic foods. Rajasic foods. They are known to stimulate our body and mind. Consumption of Rajasic foods might cause irritability and aggressiveness. A yoga diet shouldn't include these food items as they often obtain by harming another organism. Examples of Rajasic foods include excessively spicy food items, aerated beverages, energy drinks, chocolates, caffeinated beverages, salty foods, etc. Tamasic foods. Food items with sedative properties are categorized as tamasic foods. Yoga experts consider them as detrimental. According to these experts, tamasic foods can result in physical numbness and mental dullness. Examples of tamasic foods include blue cheese, opium, eggplant, leek, garlic, onion, meat, fish, scallion, leek, chive, alcoholic beverages, etc. Sattvic food. Food items that promote good health and clarity of mind are categorized as sattvic foods. These foods can usually be obtained without hurting any other organism and should be consumed regularly. Examples of sattvic foods include water, legume, nuts, fruits, vegetables, cereal grains, raw honey, herbal teas, fresh milk, unhomogenized and unpasteurized milk, and fresh milk derivatives such as yogurt, cream, butter, ghee, clarified butter, and cottage cheese. A yoga diet must be vegetarian. Meat eaters refrain themselves from following a vegetarian diet, assuming that it will lead to protein deficiency. The fact is that meat eaters actually eat extremely poor quality proteins. The proteins they consume are dying or dead. Animal proteins contain high levels of toxic and uric acid, much more than what our liver can break down. Some of these toxins and uric acid can eliminate it effectively, but a large share remains deposited in our tissues and joints, causing debilitating health problems like cancer and arthritis. In addition, as a result of playing the role of an irritant in our bloodstream, uric acid makes the process of reaching the clear and higher meditative state extremely difficult for us. Meat is also known to be one of the richest sources of cholesterol, an agent known for contributing to senility and heart diseases. Regular consumption of meat also weakens our digestive system. Meat takes as many as 3 days for passing through our digestive tract. To remain in good health, women must digest foods within 18 hours, and men should do it within 24 hours. We can be on a high-protein diet even without eating meat. Dairy products, nuts, legumes, and leafy greens are also rich sources of protein. The primary residue of these proteins is cellulose, which, unlike uric acid and other toxins present in meat, don't pollute our system. Cellulose can be digested easily, and our body can utilize it quickly and effectively. A yoga diet must be devoid of stimulants and chemicals. When following a yoga diet, you must try to consume organically grown food products. In addition, staying away from stimulants such as alcohol, artificial sweeteners, tobacco, and caffeine is also important. Other than harming our body, these items also alter our minds and ruin our ability to concentrate. A yoga diet must consist of fresh foods. When on a yoga diet, you must stay away from all packaged and frozen foods. Also avoid having leftovers and foods prepared several hours back. Each of your meals should be fresh. A yoga diet requires you to be disciplined and punctual. When on a yoga diet, you must perform exercise regularly, sleep on time, and eat at regular intervals. For best results, you should avoid eating 2 hours before practicing yoga asanas, exercises. Also, finish your dinner at least a couple of hours before going to bed. This will ensure sound sleep. Learn fasting. It's true that you'll never be able to achieve an ideal body weight or improve your overall health with fasting. However, fasting once in a while is good for our health. When following a yoga diet, you can choose a particular day every week for fasting. Depending on your ability and wish, you can avoid eating or drinking anything or can have fruit juices and water during the fast. The primary goal of fasting is purifying the system.